it's better to define a function with instead of writing multiple times that logic, you can call that logic, right? So this is the function. So let's an example. We want to square a number, right? So definitely we have to define, since square is not a built-in function in Python, so we have to define this square. So name it square, and you have to pass the arguments. So you want to square the number, right? So you must have to pass the an argument, and return it. Return, that means n into n, n into n, and you have to call it, right? In normal functions, what we do, we call the function, right? So we define the function, then we must have to call the function. So call the function square, and pass value 6, and you want to print this result, right? So print alternate, the answer is 36, right? It means in normal functions, what we do, we define function and we call it. We define function, we call it. Take one more example. Suppose you want to find cube, right? So definitely you have to define cube function. Cube argument will be n, right? I think you can pass here a. Definitely return a, right? Call it. So you must have to call it, right? Q 3 and run it. So 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27. But the thing is, multiple times we have to define function using def keyword, and we have to write expression in another line. What we have done here, we have defined in this line function and expression in this line with keyword return. Of course it works. Of course this function works and it is verified, as we know. But look at the code. Normally we expect it will have at least 3 to 4 lines or 5 lines of code. But look at this code. It only has 1 line of code. It is returning that. It is returning that expression. It is returning the result in this expression. That means if we do the same operation in some other way, suppose n colon n into n, right? That means we are passing argument n and we are writing expression. Means argument and expression both are in same line, and even we don't have given any name to this function, right? So this kind of function is known as anonymous function. First take example by writing code of this anonymous function. So we use lambda keyword, and definitely you have to store real, right? Real. So in this, what we have done, we passed the argument and also we have passed the expression in same line. Print it. Print result, and the value 7, and run it. $49, right? We are getting same result, right? In this function, in this program, you are getting same result of square of 6 is 36, and in this square of 7 is 49. But the thing is, in this program, we are wasting 2 lines. One is to define a function and another is writing expression using return keyword. And even we have to call the function, right? What we are doing here, we are calling the function. Means without using lambda function, without this lambda, in normal function, both of them returns the square of a given number. But in this, we are using def and we needed to define a function with a name square and needed to pass a value to it. We have to pass the value, right? And after the execution, we also needed to return the result. We need to return the result from where the function was called using return keyword. But once we define lambda instead of def keyword, doesn't include any return. In this function, it doesn't include any return statement. It always contains an expression which is returned. Always contain an expression which is returned. We can also put a lambda definition anywhere a function is expected. And we don't have to assign it to a variable at all. We don't have to assign it to a variable. This is the simplicity of lambda functions. The beauty of this lambda, we can understand more and more in better way once we use this lambda function along with built-in function like filter, map, and reduce. So in the next example, we will see the beauty of this lambda. But based on the code, what we can understand about the anonymous function is in lambda, the function can have any number of arguments. That means n, this is the argument, and this is expression, right? So we can see here, we can pass n number of arguments, but expression will be only one. And one is free to use lambda functions wherever function objects are required. You need to keep in your knowledge that lambda functions are syntactically restricted to a single expression, right? This is very restricted to use single expression. It has various use in particular fields of programming beside other types of expression in this function. So to understand this lambda function in better way, let's take a list, and we are going to use this lambda function in built-in functions like map, filter, and reduce. So let's define a list. Limit nums, and you yes nums, right? 64. What we are expecting? We are expecting even number, all the even numbers from this list. So we want to store it in events. Let me define events. So using filter, which is a built-in function in Python, we are expecting the result all the even numbers from this list, and we want to put it in another list. Define it. Filter must have two arguments. One is function, one is func, and second is sequence, that is iterable. So our sequence is nums here. So let me pass sequence nums. And definitely we must have logic based on that. This filter function will pick the even number from this list. From this inputs, this filter function will pick all the even numbers, right? We don't have any function. Let me give a function even. But see, this even function is not defined anywhere. And even we know this even is not built-in function in Python. So we must have to define it, right? Let me define using def keyword. Def even n. Then return will be RUT, return. The logic of finding even number is n mod 2 equal to 0. If it's true, then it will return the true value, else it will be false. So print events, right? And let's run it. So this filter function pick each and every events from this nums list and return into another list. So filter function in Python takes in a function and a list as arguments. The function is called with all the items in the list. The function will call all the items in the list and a new list. The list name is events. A new list is returned which contains items for which function evaluates to true. So function we are going to use here is event and we are getting the result. One thing we can see here for this operation, for finding the events from this list, we are defining a event function. But the thing is, we are not going to use this event function anymore in this program, right? We are using it only once. So the better way, if we can define the expression in single line only, and here the beauty of lambda will be used. Let me delete it. And why not to put argument and expression within the same line, right? So we instead of defining functions, we can use lambda. An argument and expression will be n mode, right? And the sequence nums. Same result will be here. Just a second. Sure. Same result. So we are getting the same result. So this is the beauty of lambda. We can use this lambda also in map function. So normally map results in iterable. So normally what we do is let suppose we want to double the value of this, right? So we want to double the value of this list. For example, 1 will be 2 and 4 will be 8 and 6 will be 12. So we want to double each and every elements of this list, right? So we can use map function. So let me define it double. So there is a built-in function in Python, map, and definitely we want to store it in a list. So same, similar to filter, map also takes two argument. One is function and another one is sequence. So we are taking sequences nums, and the function will be definitely since we are updating the value of this list. So update function, and we have to define, right? We have to define update function since this is not a built-in function. So definitely we have to define def update and return n into 2. We want to double it, right? And print it. If we run it, we are getting expected result 2, 8, 12, 16, 18, 46, 90, 128, right? So what map function is doing here, this map function is giving results in iterable. That means this expression will call all the items. This expression means this function, right? So instead of this, if we use lambda to delete it and pass lambda here, n, and the expression will be n into. So this function will call all the items. This function will call all the items, means we are doubling the value, right? So this expression will call all the items in the list, and a new list is returned. The list name is double. A new list is returned which contains items returned by that function for each item. So each and every value will be returned into new list double, right? So instead of this sequence, if we pass even sequence, that means we will get value of this list, means this list items of this list will be doubled. That means 4 into 2, 6 into 2, 8 into 2, 62, 64 into 2, and this will be the expected result, right? So these are the beautiful importance and benefit of lambda function in Python. Let's take an example, reduce. So in this filter, what we have done, we picked the events number, and using this map, we double the value of these items. Now we want to, you know, compute, we want to do some computation on the items of this list. So if you want to perform some computation of the items of a list, which is an input, at that moment we use reduce. For example, if you want to add all these values, or if you want to calculate multiplication of all these values, right? So at that moment we can use reduce function. So we want to find total, right? We want to find total of these elements. For that we will have to use reduce. But see here, by default this reduce function is not in green color. That means this reduce function is not built-in function in Python. So we must have to import this function, right? And we have to import from functools. So from functools import reduce. Now we don't want to define normal functions directly. We want to use lambda. So lambda, what do we want to do? We want to sum up it, right? We want to sum up. So definitely 2 argument we have to pass. That means first 1 and 4 will be added, and the result will be added with 6 next, and the result will be added to next with 8. That means we have to pass 2 argument. So let me pass 2 argument. As I said earlier, that in lambda function there can be n number of argument, but there will be only one and one expression. So see example here, we are passing 2 arguments, namely a and b, but expression will be only one, that is a plus b. And you can take sequence, any sequence, either you can perform on this list or on this list or on this list. So let me want to perform on event sequence, right? So we are passing event sequence and print it. Total, run it. See, 64, 6, 70, 70 and 8, 78, 78 plus 4, 82, and the expected result is 82. So this is the beauty of lambda. So anyway, you can use this lambda function without any hesitation. like with map, filter, or reduce. If you want to perform multiplication on the same sequence, then you can do. Instead of this, you can perform A into B, A into B, internet. See, the result is this, right? So if we conclude about anonymous function based on sequence of lambda, then we can say lambda function is a function which is defined with keyword lambda and without name, and that's why we call it anonymous function. We can pass n number of argument, but expression will be only one.